and welcome back to another live session here at ODA Class. So happy to see you all here today, students. My name is Mitali Joshi, and today I will be teaching you about the present tense. Before we start, let me introduce you to ODA Class as well as myself. Now, firstly, about ODA, students, we are a live learning app. We have a platform for which we have received the most innovative EdTech award. And also, we have a team of amazing teachers who are all striving to provide the best education possible for all of you lovely students. And to ensure this, students, we have created a course only for you. This is called the Bridge course and it is going to start on this upcoming Monday. So the Bridge course will be a week-long program during which you will have 3 maths classes as well as 3 science classes. So from Monday all the way till Saturday. Now these classes will be conducted by master teachers like myself. But apart from us students, you will also have access to your own personal mentor teacher. Now, this mentor teacher is going to guide you throughout the course. They're going to answer whatever queries you have and also help you as you go through the homeworks and the tests, as well as the modules and books that we provide to you for extra reference and extra practice. Students, to enroll in the Bridge course, you can click on the link in the description box and enroll right now and come study with us starting Monday. Let me tell you a little bit about myself as well, students. So like I said, my name is Mitali ma'am. I graduated from Ohio State University and I have been teaching for a little more than 3 years. And I am now an English master teacher here at ODA. Now, as I said, today I will be teaching you about the simple present tense. But first, let's talk about what exactly tenses are. So as you can see, the word tense comes from the Latin word tempus, which means time. So I am sure that most of you who are here right now already know about tenses, but let me tell you about the origination of the word itself. So it means time, right? And now we know that as far as tenses go, we have our 3 main tenses, depending on the time of the action. So things that are happening right now belong in the present tense. Things that have already happened belong to the past tense, and things that have yet to happen will be in the future tense. Now, there is a lot more classification in each of these tenses. Today, let's focus on the present tense, and specifically, let's focus on the simple present tense. Now, students, each of these tenses has lots of uses, which is why in today's video, we will only cover the simple present tense. For the other tenses, you can come watch the rest of my videos. Now, talking specifically about the simple present tense, the verb has the same form as the root form, which is the infinitive form. So, things like know, go, right? These are all the infinitive form. And in the present tense, the form remains the same. Now, the conjugation may change depending on the subject, but the form of the verb remains the same. Now, let's see how to form sentences in the simple present tense. It's fairly simple. We just have our subject. Then we have the V1, which is the infinitive form of the root. And then we have our object. So something like Chinmoy likes movies, right? We have a subject, we have a verb, and then we have an object as well. Let's take one more example. Nehal loves Harry Potter. So here we have our subject Nehal. We have our verb, the infinitive form, loves. And then we also have our object, which is Harry Potter. So making sentences in the simple present tense is, for lack of a better word, simple. Subject, verb, and object. Now let's talk about when do we use the simple present tense. Now, there are more than 4 uses, but these are the 4 of the most prominent ones. So 4 that you should know for sure. We have expression of habitual actions. So your habits, basically. Number 2 is general truths. So things that are true for everybody in this world. Number 3 is for planned, pre-planned, or scheduled future actions. This is usually only for near future actions. Let's see some examples very soon. And number four, we have long-term situations. So situations that are true in the present and also in the long term. Let's see examples of each of these students, starting off with our habitual actions, right? He drinks milk in the morning. This is a habitual action. This is a habit that he performs, which is why we use the simple present tense. One more example of habitual actions we have we meet at the park every evening. So we have our subject we have our verb which is meet, we have our object which is at the park, and then we also have a prepositional phrase every evening. So this is what it is when we talk about habits, right? We use the simple present tense. Next up, we have general truths. So, like I said, general truths are simply things that are true for everybody in this world, right? Things that are facts. So, something like the sun sets in the west. Once again, we have our subject, the sun. We have our verb, which is sets, and then we have our object, which is in the west. Fairly simple question. Let's see one more general truth here. Mars is a red planet, right? Once again, simply a fact. So what do? We use our general truth. We use our simple present tense to talk about this. Next up, we have planned future actions. So like I said, this is usually for actions that are planned for the near future. So something like the next train is at 10 a.m. So here we have the simple present tense once again. To take one more example, the movie plays at 4 p.m. Right? Once again, simple present, planned action for the near future. The timing of the train or the timing of the movie is not going to change. So it is already planned, it's already scheduled, which is why we can use the simple present tense. And then our fourth use for the simple present tense, we have long-term situations, right? Things that are true right now and are going to be true in the distant future as well. So something like, we live in Boston, right? This is just true right now. This is what seems to be the case for the near future as well as the distant future. Let's try one more. He works for the post office. Once again, true in the present tense right now and also true for the foreseeable future. So once again, we use our simple present tense here. Now students, let's take some questions and try to fill in the correct verb form, right? He blank for work every day at 9 a.m. And our infinitive is leave. So we have to use this verb leave and fill it into this blank. So he leaves for work every day at 9 a.m. So once again, this is also a habit that we are talking about. So we use the infinitive. And students, if you are wondering why we say leaves and not leave, what you can do is you can go back and watch one of my other videos, which is titled Subject Verb Agreement, where I talk about how to form sentences where the subject and the verb are in agreement with each other, which makes it a grammatically correct sentence. All right, moving on to the next question. Water blank at 100 degrees Celsius. Now, this right here is the general truth. It's a fact, something that everybody knows. So let's use our simple present tense. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. Next up, we blank trees to make paper. And we have to use the infinitive use. So we use trees to make paper. Now, we goes with use once again, subject verb agreement. So if you notice here, we do not add an S. In the earlier example, we added an S at the end of our infinitive. Next up, the tennis match blank at 8 p.m. And the infinitive to be used is start. So the tennis match starts at 8 p.m. This is a planned action for the near future. So we use the simple present tense. And because our subject is singular, we add an S at the end. All right, last up. She blank the marketing department. And the infinitive to be used is manage. So this is a long-term situation, right? True in the present, true for the foreseeable future. Our infinitive is manage and our subject is singular. So what do we do, students? We add an S at the end of our infinitive. She manages the marketing department. Okay, now let's do a quick summary of today's video. So we have learned about the simple present tense, right? We have four main uses for the simple present tense. Firstly, we have to talk about actions. Number two, talk about general truths or facts. Number three, we have talking about planned or scheduled future actions in the near future for the most part. And lastly, we have our long-term situations. Students, I hope this is clear to you, and I hope that you've had fun with me. Let me quickly remind you once again about ODA. Like I said, we are a live learning app, and we are here to bring you the best education possible, for which we have created our bridge course. Now, the bridge course is starting on Monday. It is going to be a week-long course, during which you will have 3 math classes as well as 3 science classes. So from Monday to Saturday, one class every single day with master teachers. Apart from this, you also have your mentor teacher, your personal mentor teacher, who can help you throughout the week, right? You can have as many sessions as you want with your personal mentor teachers. They will also be there to guide you as you go through the homeworks and the quizzes and the modules and books that we provide to you for extra reference and for extra learning. So students, you can click on the link in the description box below to enroll for the bridge course and come learn with me starting this Monday. Students, the best part about the bridge course is that you get rewarded for the actions that you are creating, for the habits that you are creating. So coming to class on time, paying attention throughout class, answering quizzes correctly, all of these fun but very effective actions are rewarded with coins. And once you have enough coins, you can go to the ODA mall and redeem them, of course, for exciting things like cell phones and water bottles and speakers. Now, thank you, students. If you have enjoyed learning with me, you can like and share this video and also subscribe to the ODA Class channel so that you don't miss any of our future videos. I will see you in the bridge course soon, students. Bye.